hill Jerusalem of ancient times on two hills. The eastern one that I'm pointing at, okay, this one, is the eastern hill indeed. That's where the whole story of Jerusalem starts. Okay? The other one, the western hill over here, is where Jerusalem will be spreading to as the city develops. But it starts over here with what we see from us. We are south of it, and that's north. On one side, it is protected by a deep gorge. It is the Kidron Valley. From the west-south comes another canyon. This is what you see below you here. This is the valley of Hinnom. This protects Jerusalem from the south. And in between the two hills, forget about the western hill for a moment, and where there are small bridges over the valley going northward, it was originally deeper, and so it was the protective valley to the west. Jerusalem was protected from the west, from the east, and from the south. The only place that it was not protected was from the north, and that's where always fortifications had to be built, because, and the Bible knows that, because the Bible writes, Jerusalem from north will trouble start, north, because all other sides were protected by nature. Okay? It started over here, and what I'm pointing at is the original city of David. I'll point it to you tomorrow, okay? The city of David. David takes it from the Jebusites, as we know from the Bible, and it will be his son Solomon that will go further north on the higher level of the eastern hill and build the temple. This is the place that the Bible tells us about Abraham. Most of the faces that I have here are not of my group, and that's okay. Later on, you pay $5 for that.
All these people that we're here. Yeah, we're here.
That's where, as we know from the Bible, Abraham is leading his son, Isaac, to Mount Moriah, Moriah as most of you will pronounce it. And that's where that story happens. 1,000 years later, Solomon will build in the same place the temple. And eventually the second temple will be built there. And hopefully, though today stands there some other shrine, one day the temple will be rebuilt on the same place. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you have the city of David. Further on top, we had the fort of David. I'll point to you to this tomorrow as well. And further on top, and I'll point it to you tomorrow too, was the temple. And today there is a Muslim shrine known as the Golden Dome on the same place. This is the Eastern Hill, friends. And it will be Herod, King Herod, some 2,000 years ago. He died in the 4th year before Common Era, so a little bit more than 2,000 years, at the end of the 1st century before Common Era, that he takes the small second temple that was built some 500 years before by the returnees from Babylonian exile, who didn't have the money, the material, and the people to build something as big as the first one built by Solomon. And so they built a small one which got dilapidated with times. And Herod, the big builders, probably of all times, decided under supervision of the ancient scholars and rabbis of the time to expand and beautify the temple and the courtyard around it, because at his time you could expect on holidays like Passover, which we have celebrated about 2 months ago, 500,000 visitors, between half maybe to 1 million visitors in the city during that holiday. Where to accommodate them? They are all coming to one temple, not too many temples like in the Greco-Roman world, who had many temples to many gods. You're talking about only one temple to one God up on one mountain, and everybody, 500,000 people, want to go to the same place. How to do it without everybody just pushing each other and crashing into each other? Herod is building a retaining wall like a big box, because the danger in this part of the world is from time to time we have a major earthquake. That's what I was trying to dramatize. And so that it won't fall and crack and be self-destroyed, he's building like a big box. You see that? And from the south, a massive flight of steps with 2 sets of entrances. One on the right to go in, one on the left to go out. Not everybody against everybody. One way in, one way out. One way in, you are coming with sacred expectation. You're going to be seen, and to be seen on the side of the Lord, right? You're coming up with a certain feeling, singing your way in, praying your way in. After you finish your things, it's time to celebrate. Every mood changes, right?
Time to party.
And party time, you're right. And be happy, says the Bible. And so you walk, when you're happy, you start talking to each other. You go slowly, you do this. And the others are coming in different ways so that they won't crash into each other. One way in, one way out. What a great thought.